The Battle of Adwa, the victory of Ethiopian forces over Italian colonial troops in 1896, is seen as more than just a military war and marks a cornerstone event in the fight against European imperialism and the birth of African solidarity.
Adwa is big. Adwa is global. You see, when we talk about Adwa, we're not talking about a battle between two countries, Ethiopia versus Italy. But when we talk about Adwa, we're talking about a battle between a colonizer, or at least a would-be colonizer, and then a colonized. So in all instances, Europeans have succeeded in colonizing almost the entire continent of Africa. It was at that critical moment when the Italians attempted to make that complete by colonizing Ethiopia that the Ethiopians defeated them. So when the Ethiopia defeated Italy, it is Africa that defeated Europe. It is Africa that defeated colonization.
According to Professor Ayele Bekerie, the victory at Adwa played a significant role in introducing the idea of African unity and liberation, laying the foundation of the Pan-African movement. This historic battle, which ensured Ethiopia's independence, not only upset European colonial aspirations on the African continent, but also inspired intellectuals and activists across Africa and the African diaspora.
When Africa leaders chose Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, to become the headquarters of the Organization of African Unity, one major reason for that is Adwa. It's because Adwa, that we were very much proud of, they also decided to embrace it. And second, they owned Adwa. They made Adwa part of their history. They made Adwa part of a Pan-African thinking, and a thinking in which that Africans will pull all their resources together and work for themselves. It is a good thing that we've realized the importance of Adwa to the extent that now we have Adwa Memorial in the heart of Addis Ababa, and I think that is a good thing because Adwa should always stay in our mind. Adwa should always stay within us, because the kind of things that come out of Adwa is something that you can be proud of for all your entire life and then beyond.
The Battle of Adwa serving as a powerful symbol for leaders, Professor Ayele noted, adding the leaders decided Addis Ababa to become the headquarters of the African Union. He also praised the Adwa Victory Memorial, which perfectly represents the history.
When you think of Pan-Africanism, when you think of unity among African people, when we think of Africa for Africans, African issues should be solved by Africans, all that context still finds its roots, its reference point, its iconic symbol in Ethiopia. Kwame Nkrumah was traveling to England when he heard that the Italians invaded Ethiopia, and he was extremely upset. He was extremely upset, and then that was also what has inspired him to get into political movements until he returned back and then became not only independent leader, first president of Ghana, but he also became a leading Pan-Africanist activist to work for the interests of all African people wherever they are, both in the continent and elsewhere.
In commemoration of this enduring legacy, Addis Ababa continues to celebrate the Battle of Adwa, reminding the world of its immense role in shaping Pan-Africanism thought and the fight for justice, equality, and unity among African people globally.